No, I will have one conversation when I moved in. I called her at 8:30, she called me at 9. So her parents didn't answer that phone. She doesn't want dad to find so I had to give her for 3 years.
Good morning, Colorado Springs! Welcome to historic City Hall, and welcome to this incredibly important ceremony. This flag unfurling, an expression of love, support, solidarity, and healing for the surviving family of Club Q, for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, LGBTQ plus community, for all allies and for all residents of Colorado Springs. We are grateful you are here. My name is Nancy Henjum, and I am the City Council representative for District 5, where this heinous act of violence at Club Q took 5 precious lives, harmed many more who are still recovering, and forever impacted all of us. This morning, I am honored to lead this ceremony and to represent our City Council, our Mayor, John Suthers, Police Chief Adrian Vasquez, Fire Chief Randy Royal, District Attorney Michael Allen, Council President Pro Tem Randy Helms, staff of Inside Out who have helped make this happen today, Pikes Peak Pride, and Jana Reeder Claymeyer, the CEO of our Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development Council as well. This flag, which we are about to unfurl, was designed and created by Gilbert Baker. He was the designer of the original rainbow flag. 25 years later, to commemorate its anniversary, Mr. Baker then worked with over 2,000 volunteers to create a 1.25-mile-long rainbow flag. That flag was later cut into 25-foot sections for display and use around the world. The section we will unfurl today, Section 93, has been in dozens of ceremonies across the world. It appeared at the Supreme Court for the announcement of the 2015 decision for marriage equality. When it was leaving the White House from an LGBTQ presidential reception on June 9th, 2016, it was diverted from a pre-planned display in New Orleans to arrive in Orlando, Florida, where it was offered as a gesture of love, support, and healing in response to the Pulse Club nightclub massacre. It hung in downtown Orlando and graced a memorial ceremony there for the 49 lives lost. It returns each June on the anniversary of that massacre. We at Colorado Springs receive this flag with the same gratitude that the city of Orlando did those 6 years ago. What does the future look like for Colorado Springs, and especially for the LGBTQ+ community? There is so much love and support for you here today. We must continue that for days, weeks, years, and the lifetimes to come, especially for queer people of color and for transgender people. We heard from many of you yesterday in this very building, in the chambers upstairs, in this historic City Hall, that you don't feel safe, that you don't feel respected, that we must do better. Yes, we must do better. We will do better. And we will start with our display of support by unfurling this flag on our historic 1904 building. In hearing the story of the journey of this sacred cloth from its custodian, Mark Ivanok, we learned of its incredible healing power. Flags are important symbols that express identity, community, and solidarity. So now, let's call this flag down from the top of our City Hall. I need you all to chant with me. Love beats hate. Love wins. 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 Come on, flag. Love beats hate. Love wins. Love beats hate. Love wins. Oh my gosh, this is remarkable. Everybody take a big deep breath and get inside your bodies right now for this important ceremony. We have a number of people here today. I will introduce them one by one. First, we have with us the co-owners of Club Q, Nick Grzeka and Matt Haynes. Please welcome them.
Wow. Looking across all of these eyes, this right here, this is Club Q. This is a community that you all have built from within inside four walls. What you've built inside that building will never be taken away. I see so many of our Club Q family right here in the front and scattered throughout. Stay strong with each other. Our space may have been taken this last week, but our community cannot be. Stand together.
Thank you very much. What a humbling experience standing underneath this flag, this historic flag. It's here for the wrong reasons, of course, today, but it is today a symbol of our unity. It is a symbol today of our strength and that this community will continue. Again, as always, both Nick and I would like to thank all the support, not the support of just this community, the support of this entire country, the support of all the international people that are reaching out to us. People are still here for us, and they will be here for us. And again, thanking every single organization. It was so powerful to be at the Victims Impact Center yesterday and to have all of you there with us and to start our healing as our group. Again, thank you very much for the support, and we will continue to be strong and not let hate dictate who or what we are.
Thank you, Nick and Matt. Next, we have Senator Pete Lee representing Pikes Peak at the Colorado General Assembly.
Thank you, Nancy. I am State Senator Pete Lee, he, him. Unfurling this banner is a milestone in our journey from Amendment 2 to membership in Club Q. I commend our local elected leaders for doing so. I also commend them and our first responders for coming together so compassionately to support the response to the community after this tragedy. It is with horror, shock, and heartbreaking sadness that we gather to honor and mourn the victims of Club Q massacre. Our minds and our imaginations are inadequate to comprehend such unspeakable acts. But mass killings are becoming commonplace in our communities. I need only say the names: Pulse Nightclub in Orlando, Temple Shalom in Pittsburgh, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and Las Vegas MGM Hotel, to recall the images. In Colorado, the names Columbine, Aurora Theater, and Planned Parenthood all conjure horror, fear, and mayhem. We are here today to mourn the victims, the killed, the injured, and the traumatized, and to comfort their families and their friends. All of them are members of Club Q. We are here today to share with them and among ourselves our profound and deep-seated sadness over the loss. We stand with them, we embrace them in this time of collective community grief. As an elected policymaker, I cannot help but ask, what is occurring in our communities to make the unimaginable the anticipated? In my experience, hatred, bigotry, and have long been simmering in the shadows. It has now moved to the forefront and manifested itself in violence. Coupled with easy and virtually unrestricted access to automatic weapons, it has resulted in over 600 scenes of mass killings in this year alone. Hate speech is more publicly articulated and too infrequently condemned. Inflammatory rhetoric and the jargon of divisiveness have replaced civil discourse. Bullying, name-calling, and disparaging of those who are different has become an acceptable part of our public dialogue, and it is being done at the highest levels of our elected leadership in this country. We need all forswear this trend. We, especially as elected leaders, must unqualifiedly condemn bigotry, bias, hate speech, and violence. We must, as elected officials, condemn it every time it occurs. We must renew our commitment to the deep-seated national trend of respectful dialogue and civil discourse. we can best honor the Club Q victims by doing so. To Ashley Pugh, Jeff Aston, Derek Rump, Raymond Vance, and Kelly Loving, we are here to mourn you, to love you, to support you,
Daniel!
to honor your families and friends, and condemn the violence, hatred, and bigotry in your names. Thank you.
We'll get the name right. The next person I would like to introduce is 17-year-old queer trans poet and activist, Aries Mars, he, it.
Hi. I just want everyone to turn and give someone a hug real quick. This has been a very hard time, and I think right now, and I would like to share a poem that I wrote. I would like to share a poem that I wrote that has brought me a lot of peace in some really hard times. In churches, they often sit together and pray. I've never partaken, but I've sat there and heard it. You see, I've never felt the need to pray because my poetry is my prayers. It is all my emotions poured into some greater concept of something or another, and it gets all those emotions out without me speaking to one God. Poetry is my way of telling the universe everything I feel. The universe is what's listening. The universe gives me hope to keep on. The universe is what loves me on days I cannot love myself. After all, my body is a gift from the universe herself, and I've already said my apologies for the harm I've caused this body, the way I know I will change this body to make me more comfortable, but I know the universe will forgive me for the things I will do to this body, because the universe is truly infinite in its capacity and its ability to love. So while I may not pray to any one God, I will say this: hey universe, I love you. And in my body, I can hear it back. She responds, I love you too.
Wow. Next, we have State Representative-elect to House District 16 for the state of Colorado, Stephanie Vigil.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Steph Vigil, pronouns she or they, and I do want to acknowledge it's Daniel Aston who you lost in your community. It's important that we get our names right. I was recently elected to am I not loud enough? Oh.
Raymond's name.
Raymond Green. Thank you for that. My name is Steph Vigil. I was recently elected to represent HD 16 in the Colorado House where Club Q stands. I'm only going to give the enemies of our joy and pride a moment of my attention this morning, and then I want to move on from that. We know they're here. We know they've been loud and persistent, sometimes relentless, but there's no law that says we have to give the meanest voices in the room the opportunity to take up all the oxygen all the time. So here's what I know about Colorado Springs. This was a city founded to be a haven and a destination for good health, for tranquility, to get a fresh start in life. It's certainly one of the greatest gifts that this city has given me. So while it was no surprise to wake up Sunday morning to the news of this attack, knowing that the fear and loathing had been stoked especially acutely these last couple of years, I am also not surprised to see all of you here today, or to see the love and care and connection that has rushed to our wounds to begin healing in these last few days. This is who we really are. This is the real Colorado Springs in my heart. It is a privilege to join the city's delegation to our state capitol, and it's a privilege to carry on in joyful struggle with all of you. Thank you.
Our final speaker before we have an amazing song is State Representative Leslie Herod. She was the first elected in 2016 as the first LGBTQ African American in the Colorado General Assembly. Please welcome Leslie Herod.
Good morning, everyone. I am State Representative Leslie Herod. Colorado Springs is my hometown. I am proud to be a graduate of Harrison High School and proud to be the first queer black person to hold elected office in Colorado. You know, as I drove down here from Denver, I was thinking about what I was going to say. But as I see this flag above me representing our friends and family that were murdered at Pulse, and then hearing and seeing about the murder right here in Colorado Springs, I was moved to change what I was going to say. Because as I see this flag above me, what I remember is the many times that this building chose to deny the existence of LGBTQ people. That elected officials representing you said you don't deserve to be here and don't deserve to exist, and that our trans youth deserve to be discriminated against or erased out of our schools and our history books. And that is wrong. And it takes a tragedy like this to have an LGBTQ rainbow flag in this building is wrong. It's wrong. And I want to say that after every time we've come down here and celebrated Pride, it wasn't until recently that was even acknowledged. Acknowledged by leadership right here. And it took activists who persisted for generations before Pride was even supported in Colorado Springs. So I want to thank all the lesbians out here who have fought for the folks who showed up and took down the mass murderer. Thank you. Thank you. The drag queens, the straight allies, all of us who stood up and said no more. Thank you. To the friends and family members who every time we are under attack simply for who we are or who we love, when you give us your shoulder, when you raise your fist, when you say no more, thank you. Thank you for showing up. I know that this is extremely hard. It's tragic, especially during this time where your place of solace and refuge has been taken away from you when we all need it the most. I know I first visited Club Q around the holidays, maybe to get away from some conversations at the dinner table that I don't want to have anymore, okay? And I would come out and find family and support right there at Club Q. Thank you for embracing me, and thank you for embracing so many others that just go for a place of community. Thank you. To all of the businesses in Colorado Springs, I want you to raise your rainbow flag, yes, but do so much more. We have folks who have spent time at Club Q, who are employed by Club Q, staff, right? Our drag queens, hire them.
Yes!
Right now is ask all of you all in the front, the Club Q family, to come up here. because this is about if you feel comfortable, because this is about you. And it's time for us to be seen right here in Colorado Springs. We are not a place of hate, we are a place of love, and we will no longer be in the shadows. We will no longer be in the shadows. So show your love to the Clark Q family right now. We will not be moved. We will not be moved. We will support each other. We will love each other. We will stand in love. Together as a Colorado Springs and Colorado community, we mourn. But what I want you all to know is that we stand with you. We love you, and we will not be moved. So I want you to say it with me. We will not be moved. 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 This is our community. Colorado Springs is our community. We are gay, we are queer, we are trans, and we are here. We will not be moved.
Wow. Okay, well, before we end with amazing song and moving and marching forward, I'm going to say the name of each of those who were murdered at Club Q, and I want you to say their name after me. Raymond Green Vance. Raymond Green Vance. Daniel David Aston. Daniel David Aston. Ashley Paul. Ashley Paul. Derek Rump. Derek Rump. Kelly Loving. Kelly Loving. Thank you. I want you all to know that there is support available. The Colorado Springs Police Department is hosting a community resource expo to support our community members in navigating its various emotions surrounding this tragedy. It is at the UCCS Kevin O'Neill Cybersecurity and Research Center at 3650 North Nevada, all day today until I believe it's 8 o'clock this evening, 7 o'clock this evening, and it's been extended next week on Monday and Tuesday as well for I believe those same hours. Additional resources can be found on our own city's website at coloradosprings.gov/Club Q. Now, to take us out in song, I would like to introduce you to the lead minister at First Congregational United Church of Christ and my pastor, and her wife, Lisa, is here with her today. She will be leading us out in song. Leanne, please come forward.
This is a song written by Melanie DeMore. The words are, you gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I'll sing it through one time and then invite you to join me. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and one more time with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead. Call and response here. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. Keep moving. The chorus. You gotta put one foot in front of the other. You lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead again with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared, and I'm scared too, but here I am, right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead. One more time. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. And lead with love. And lead with love.
Okay, you all, and I want to bring in the words of Rich Fierro, the hero who took down this criminal, this murderer, who I heard say, "Your heroes are around your Thanksgiving table. It's your aunt, it's your uncle, it's your mother, it's your brother, it's your sister, it's your neighbor. Look at the heroes around your table tomorrow and love them and bring that love forward every day in Colorado Springs and beyond." Thank you for being here today. We love you all. Please disperse safely and have a great day.
First moved here. We've been allies forever. My brother's been here. 1990.
And everybody, this flag will be on City Hall for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks. And I'm sure when it comes down, we will have a ceremony and a way for people to acknowledge the flag. So it'll be up for 2 weeks.
Well, yes, but unfortunately I think I would have more.
Can I take your picture with that behind you?
They're making it go that way.